Hello and welcome to TNB Academy, your trusted destination for technical insights and training on standards, quality, and sustainability. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that plays a vital role in the recycled paper industry: the importance of residual ink content measurement. Recycling is a key component of the circular economy, and paper recycling is among the most developed recycling sectors in the world. But even in this well-established process, residual ink can be a serious issue, affecting everything from paper quality to environmental performance. In this video, we will explore what residual ink content is, why measuring it matters, how it affects recycled paper quality, the role of ISO 10370, and how to control and monitor it effectively. Let's get started. What is residual ink content? Residual ink content refers to the amount of ink left behind in the paper fibers after the de-inking process during recycling. This ink can come from newspapers, magazines, office prints, or packaging. During recycling, the printed paper is pulped and cleaned, and de-inking chemicals help remove as much ink as possible. However, some ink particles remain stuck to fibers or float freely in the pulp. These are known as residual inks. Why is residual ink content a concern? Residual ink can cause several challenges and quality problems. Appearance: the final recycled paper might look grey, dull, or speckled, reducing its value and usability. Printability: high residual ink reduces the brightness and contrast of the surface, which can interfere with new printing. Strength and purity: excess ink particles interfere with fiber bonding and may reduce mechanical properties. Environmental compliance: poor de-inking efficiency can increase the chemical load and effluent color in wastewater, affecting sustainability ratings. So measuring residual ink content is not just a technical task. It is crucial for quality assurance, environmental compliance, and customer satisfaction. Introduction to ISO 10370-2001 to bring consistency and reliability in measuring residual ink. ISO 10370-2001 was developed. It is an international standard titled Graphic Technology Method for the Assessment of the De-Inkability of Printed Paper Products. This standard provides a quantitative method for measuring residual ink concentration in recycled pulp slurries or test sheets. Benefits of measuring residual ink content: ensures product quality. The quality of recycled paper depends significantly on how clean it looks. For high-end products like tissue, office paper, or whiteboards, even slight discoloration due to ink residues can make the product unacceptable. Optimizes de-inking process. Measuring residual ink allows mills to track the effectiveness of different de-inking chemicals, temperatures, flotation times, and dispersers. Reduces environmental load. Residual ink can carry dyes and toxic additives. If not properly removed, these end up in wastewater. Supports certification and branding. Measuring and minimizing residual ink is often required to comply with eco-label standards, FSC or PEFC certifications, customer specifications, and white recycled grades. Common measurement methods: effective residual ink concentration, that is ERIC. ERIC is the most common method as per ISO 10370. It measures light absorption at 950 nm wavelength, which is ideal for black inks. ERIC gives results in ppm, parts per million, and reflects the amount of optically active ink particles remaining. Brightness and colorimetry, measured as ISO brightness percentage. This method uses a spectrophotometer to indicate how light or dark the paper appears. It doesn't directly measure ink but gives a good proxy, especially when ERIC is unavailable. Visual inspection. For quick in-house checks, mills also use gray value scales, printed test sheets comparison, panel judgments. While not quantitative, these methods help in quick process control. Challenges in residual ink measurement. Despite its importance, measuring residual ink content is not always easy. Some challenges include calibration issues with the spectrophotometers, ink dumping or flotation interference, presence of stickies or coatings, difficulty in measuring colored inks or invisible dyes. Therefore, skilled technicians, good lab practices, and standard procedures are vital for accuracy. To summarize this, we can say that residual ink content measurement is not a luxury. It is a necessity for any serious recycled paper producer. From maintaining product quality to achieving environmental compliance, it plays a central role. Standards like ISO 10370 offer a reliable framework to measure, control, and optimize residual ink in a reproducible way. So whether you are a plant manager, quality analyst, sustainability officer, or paper technologist, understanding residual ink content is essential for competitive and responsible recycling operations. Thank you for watching today's detailed session on the importance of residual ink content measurement in recycled paper. If you found this valuable, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to TNV Academy, hit the bell icon for future videos on paper standards, ISO guidelines, and sustainability practices. Comment below if you want tutorials on ISO 10370 testing procedures or de-inking plant case studies. Until next time, measure smart, recycle better, and build a cleaner future with TNV Academy. And I, Akanksha Mishra, will see you in the next episode of TNV Academy.